Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of Fuel Up with Teen Battle Chef. As you know by now, my name is Chef Anastasia, and I'm super excited today to show you how to make a quick and easy snack that might sound like you have to turn on your oven, but no baking is involved. We are making apple cookies, but no baking, like I said. So you'll see what that means super quickly. But first, let me introduce my co-host for the day. I'm cooking with my Teen Battle Chef Ambassador, Angelica. Hi, Angelica. Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, everyone. My name is Angelica. I'm 20 years old, and I study in Academy for Language and Technology.
Thank you, Angelica. So I'm super excited. I always love cooking with you, but before we get started, why don't we remind everyone how to keep it clean and safe in the kitchen?
Oh, so we had to wash your hand with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds. Put your head out, and if you have long sleeves, roll.
Good. So yes, I washed my hands, I put my hair up, and I see your hair is up too, so that's good. And it's a little warm out, so no long sleeves here, but if you do have long sleeves, roll them up. And of course, we want to keep everything safe. So practice your knife safety as we go along, like I will show you. And of course, my favorite rule number one is keep it fun. So if you're cooking with a buddy, I know Mary Mitchell, there's a lot of buddies over there. So let's keep it fun and ask everyone to join right now so we can get started. All right, so apple cookies might sound like we are baking something today, but we're not baking anything. We are going to turn a whole apple, a delicious, lovely apple, into a snack that might look like a cookie and taste maybe even better than some cookies. So let's take it down to the chef zone to see what else we need to create our apple cookies. So we, of course, need our apple. So you can use any colored apple, red, yellow, green, any kind you like. I see, Angelica, what color apple are you using?
I use red apple.
Red, rojo. Then we need some yummy toppings. So we are going to make a delicious topping out of Greek yogurt. So I have about a half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, and I'm going to flavor that up with a little bit of honey, make it a little sweet. I'm also going to add a little bit of cinnamon for a little extra flavor. So ground cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla. But hey, guys, if you don't have these ingredients, the cinnamon and the vanilla, and even the honey, it's still going to taste really, really yummy, especially if your apple is nice and sweet. And then we have yummy toppings. So think of this like the sprinkles and all the extra toppings we add to our cookies. We have granola. So about a quarter cup of granola. And this is where you can get super creative and go with whatever you have on hand. I'm also adding some other toppings. I have raisins. You can use any other dried fruit or you can leave them out, but I have some raisins. And for a little extra crunch, I decided I want some pecans. Like I said, you can use another nut or leave them out altogether. Angelica, now that we know what I'm using, do you have any surprises up your sleeve? What are you using?
I'm gonna add some chocolate syrup because I love it.
Ooh, a little drizzle of chocolate never hurt anybody, right? That sounds delicious. So now that we know what we're using for our apple cookies, let's see if we know why these things are good for us. So you know what time it is, everyone? Let's play Kahoot. Anyone can join. To join, you can just go to www.kahoot.it or go to the Kahoot app or scan the QR code on your screen, and the game pin will be 6043535. Anybody could join, interns, chefs. So 6043535. Lynn is already there. Let's see who's going to battle it out with Lynn, who is smarter than Lynn. Anybody out there? So 6043535. And that will be your game pin. If you can't play today, you can shout out the answers as a team. Savitar, Mooching. Anybody else? Yuyan? So we have 4 people. I'll wait another 30 seconds. There we go. Ray J Breezy is back again this week. 10, 9, 8. Heidi, there we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Alrighty, so let's play Kahoot for our apple cookies. Question number 1, let's see. As we know, the first question, there's no wrong answer here. Have you ever made a cookie out of a fresh apple before? Yes or no? Red is yes, blue is no. So 3 have and 3 have not. So this might be the first time for a few of you. All right, second question. An apple is packed full of fiber, but where is most of the fiber found in the apple? Is it the sweet flesh on the inside, the skin on the outside, the stem, or the seeds? So red is sweet flesh, blue is the skin, yellow is the stem. That is correct, you guys. A lot of it is in the flesh, of course, but most of it's in the skin. So that's why we do not want to peel our apple today. We want all that fiber. Oh, Heidi took the lead with that one. Dun, dun, dun. True or false? The fiber found in apples can aid our digestion. So can the fiber in apples help our digestion? Blue is true. Red is false. Of course, that's true. We know we need fiber for a ton of things, but one of them is to help digest our food, to keep everything moving. All right, next up. What kind of fats can be found in the nuts we're using as toppings? If you are using nuts like I am, is it red saturated fats, blue coconut fat, yellow monounsaturated fats, and green polyunsaturated fats? There is more than one correct answer here. So nuts have both healthy mono and polyunsaturated fats. They are both very healthy fats that we need for our health. Keeps our heart healthy, our brain healthy. The unsaturated fats in the nuts actually raise our cholesterol, so we should avoid eating too many. Is that true or is that false? Blue is true, red is false. That is false. So, unlike saturated fats that can raise our cholesterol, unsaturated fats actually help lower our cholesterol. So we don't need to really limit it as far as heart health is concerned. So next one, the reason we use Greek yogurt instead of regular yogurt is it's sour and it helps to balance the dish. That's red. Blue, it's all we could afford. I don't know about that. Yellow, it's thicker, more filling, and full of protein. Or green, I'm Greek, so it's all that I wanted to use. I am Greek, but that's not why we're using Greek yogurt today. It's because it is thicker, more filling, and higher in protein than regular yogurt. So you can use regular yogurt, but being that this is so nice and thick, the Greek yogurt, it's going to be a nice topping for our apple cookie. It's more filling and it has way more protein. So this is going to really fill you guys up. Number 7, granola contains whole grains, which are good for us because it's full of fiber and other important nutrients. It's really crunchy, which helps clean our teeth. This recipe doesn't have any carbs, which we need for a balanced meal, or the whole grains have fiber but no nutrients. That's right, the red. It's full of fiber and other important nutrients. So granola is a whole grain, which has a lot of fiber, and whole grains have a lot more nutrients than processed white grains. So that's why we want our whole grains. Good job. The fiber in oats, beta-glucan, can help lower cholesterol. So beta-glucan is a type of fiber in oats. Can it help lower your cholesterol? Is that true in the blue or false? It is so true. So beta-glucan, like I said, if everybody could say beta-glucan is the main fiber in oats, and it is super, super powerful in lowering high cholesterol. We don't want that cholesterol to get too high, you guys. So we need that fiber. Honey has a shelf life of, so shelf life means it expires. So when does honey expire? In 1 month, in 1 year, in 100 years, or infinity? It does not expire. What do we think? It's actually, you might be laughing, but go for the one you don't think it is. It's actually infinity. So honey is possibly the only food that does not go bad. If it's sealed in a tight container, it can stay good forever. I know, a lot of us are like, what? I didn't know that. Last question. How many apple variants are grown all around the world? So how many different types of apples are grown all over the world? Over 5,000, over 7,000, over 9,000, just these 6 shown on the screen. So red is 5,000, blue is 7,000. It's actually 7,000. There's over 7,000 different kinds of apples grown all over the world. So good point. If today you're using one kind and you want to make this recipe again, go ahead and use the other 7,000 kinds that you could find. All right, 3rd place is Yuyan. Good job. 2nd place, we have Heidi. So who won today? Who's our number 1? Our winner is Ray J. Breezy. Good job, Smarty Pants. That was awesome. So without further ado, I'm getting hungry. Are you guys getting hungry? Is Angelica, are you getting hungry?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
I'm hungry.
So let's start cooking. So let's take everyone down to the chef zone again and get this apple cookie started. So of course we are going to start with our apple. I'm going to show you one way to cut the apple, and then Angelica is going to show you another way. So if you have something called an apple core, so this is an apple core, and this cores your apple. So what does that mean? It takes the core or the middle out of the apple, so you're left with only the edible part, because we can't eat the seeds in the middle. So we want to take that out. If you don't have one of these, Angelica will show you exactly how to cut your apple with just a knife. So if you do have one of these, what you're going to do, let me raise that a little bit, is put your apple flat on your cutting board, hold it steady, put this apple core, and if you have one at home, and maybe your mom and dad want to do this for you, you can do it at home next time. So we put the apple core right in the center, and we push down right through. So one big push, use your muscles, just like that. And now what comes out is the core of the apple. And we're left with just a hole. I see you. So Angelica, I'm gonna cut my apples this way. At that point, that's your cookies. But if you don't have what I just used, Angelica will show you how to cut your apples another way. So Angelica, do you want to show us all how to cut the apples if we don't have this cool little tool?
So what we're going to do is take our apple, take carefully, and then make like a small slice like this, like.
So yeah, you're gonna cut along the sides of the apple. So instead of cutting, this way, the way I did it, you're gonna cut
like that.
the sides. And you want to cut thinly into about 8 slices if you can get them nice and thin. And that's going to be your base of your apple cookies. It looks like an apple donut, so you can call it apple donut if you want. If you try to cut it too thinly, this can happen. You can have little pieces. So those can be left for munching. So thin enough that it holds, it's not too thick and you have enough slices to share, but thick enough that it holds together. Cut from the other end. And if you don't feel too confident, you can ask an adult to help you. You want to watch your fingers. Always, we use the bear claw, right? So we want to watch our fingers when we are cutting something. Put right down. And then I think I could cut one more before it gets too thin. There we go. So I'm going to put my little slices on a plate and put them to the side so we can create our yummy toppings. So this is such a simple recipe that I like because apples are easy to find, right? Everyone has apples, you know, in their store, in their market. So it's nothing fancy, nothing you can't find at your store. But Angelica, if they can't find an apple or don't have an apple, what else can they use? What other fruit?
They can use a pear.
A pear. That's a good idea. So if you don't have an apple or don't want an apple, you can also use the same technique with a pear. Slice it the same way. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. And now I'm going to create my yummy icing, let's say, for our cookies. So in a bowl, I'll wait for Angelica. Oh, look what Angelica's doing. She is taking out the seeds of her apple with a knife. So carefully with the tip of her knife, she is taking out the center where the seeds were. So they could kind of look the same as mine with a little hole in the middle. And like I said, guys, you saw that we did not have to peel our apple because the skin is totally edible. And that has a lot of fiber, a lot of antioxidants. So why get rid of all that? We want that in our bellies, not in the trash. So Angelica, you let me know when you are ready for our yogurt.
Now.
All right. So we have all of our slices and I have a little bowl, about a half a cup of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. You can use you can use flavored if that's all you have. But if you do have only flavored yogurt, you do not need to add extra honey, extra sugar, because that already has sugar. So if you have plain yogurt, you can go ahead and add about a teaspoon, so a drizzle of honey. That's going to make it nice and sweet. Angelica, if I don't have honey, is there like another liquid sweetener I can use?
You can use vanilla.
Vanilla adds a nice sweetness, right? Or even maple syrup. So we're going to mix that a little bit. So everybody mix up their yogurt. Now, I like to add, like I said, a little vanilla for flavor because I do love vanilla yogurt. So by adding my own sweetness and my own vanilla, I can control exactly how sweet my yogurt is. Because a lot of store-bought yogurts that are flavored have a lot of extra sugar. So if I don't want too much sugar, I can just add my own. And then I'm going to put a little dash of cinnamon. So a little shake. And cinnamon and apples are such a good pair. They go very, very well together. It's like an apple pie. Okay. Ooh, I can already smell it. All right, Angelica. What is next?
The granola.
The granola, right. So now we could start putting our toppings on our apple cookies. So we have our yogurt ready. And I have a little knife or spreader that you can use to spread the yogurt, or you can use the back of your spoon if you don't have one. But what you want to do is take your apple cookie and spread a little bit of yogurt right on top. So while the apple has a lot of fiber, what does yogurt have that we need?
Protein.
Protein, that's right. The yogurt has a lot of protein in there, which we need for muscles, for our cells, for our hormones, for everything, really. So I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to just spread a little bit of yogurt on each of my slices, just like this. You can even switch it up and put a little bit of peanut butter or almond butter in some of them if you don't want just yogurt. But yogurt I like because it has a lot of protein and it has a lot of calcium. Do we remember why calcium is good for us? Anybody? Anyone know why calcium is so good for us? Because it gives us strong, healthy bones and teeth. So we're going to have strong muscles and strong bones and strong teeth once we eat these apple cookies with our yogurt. Now I know why they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Because we're going to have fiber for good digestion. We're going to have protein for good muscles. Okay. So we're almost done spreading our yogurt on our cookies. Hold on 1 second. All right. How is Mary Mitchell doing? Does anybody have any questions or need any help? Have we cut our apples into slices? And this is a great recipe to do with your friends, with your family. Everybody could grab a cookie and start decorating, start putting their yogurt on. Okay, almost done. Super easy, especially in the summer. Like it gets really hot, right? So the summer's almost here. Does anybody really want to turn on their oven to bake a cookie to have a good snack? No. We want something refreshing and cool and easy, and this is definitely it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my little cookies back on my plate before I start decorating. And one last one. Okay. How's it going over there, Angelica? Good?
Yeah.
Okay. And now we have fun with our toppings. So show me what you want to put on first. I'm
The
curious.
granola.
The granola? Okay, I'll follow your lead. And this is where you can also get super creative and make your own little designs if you want to put the granola in a different pattern. If you're using other toppings, like I have some raisins, I said, and some pecans, I might just make a little design out of them. Or if you're in a rush, you could just sprinkle it all around. Oh, I'm getting hungry. This looks yummy. So what other toppings would you use next time, Angelica?
Nuts like
Yeah, that's a good idea.
or
So
chocolate chips.
chocolate chips. See, I knew I liked you. I love
Sprinkles.
chocolate.
Yeah, I love chocolate.
Who doesn't love chocolate?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Yeah, you can add a little sprinkles for a little color. But why not add some natural color from different fruits like dried cranberries for red, blueberries even for blue, some coconut. And remind me, I forgot, how do you say apple in Spanish? I know that you're from, where are you from? Remind us, your family.
Dominican Republic.
Right, so remind me how to say apple.
Manzana.
That's right, thank you. Okay, I forgot to do one thing I want to do before I put my pecans on. I want to chop them up a little bit. So I'm going to do a little chopping on my board. I'm going to put all my pecans on the center of my board. And what I like to do when I want to chop something, like if I want to mince something up, I put the tip on my cutting board just like this. I put my hand on top and I just rock back and forth. Just a rough chop, just like this. Okay, good. And I'm just gonna place some pecans on my cookie. But Angelica said that you can use other nuts or you don't need any nuts if you're allergic or don't like. But nuts, like we said, adds a lot of healthy fats. Some even more protein. So why not add them? I like the crunch too. It's a nice crunch. Oh my. All right. Oh wow, Angelica, yours look really nice.
Mm.
You can even add a little extra cinnamon if you want. Make it look pretty. So when do you like to eat this, Angelica? Do you like it in the morning, a quick snack after school?
Yeah, after school.
Oh yeah.
Oh, even for lunch.
Oh, like a part of a lunch. Yeah, like a little sweet treat for lunch. And here we go. Is that your chocolate? Oh my goodness. It's a snack that tastes like dessert. How's everyone else doing? Mary Mitchell, how are we doing? Good? Is this something you would want to make again? I know we haven't tried it yet. All right, Angelica, hold it up to the camera. Let me put my screen. Oh, wow, that looks good. Smile.
Yeah. It smells good.
I bet it does. All right, everyone. Does anybody else have an apple cookie ready? That's fine. Does anybody want to hold it up to the camera? No? Okay. So there's only one thing left to do. If we're all ready, I say we take a bite. So I'm gonna pick the biggest piece because I'm hungry. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Mm. How was yours?
It's really
Good?
good. It's really good. I love it.
What do you like about it?
The sweetness.
The sweetness. Yeah, the apple is naturally sweet. And then we add a little bit of honey. And then I love the yogurt is nice and creamy and cool.
Yeah,
So it's
and the
different.
crunchy.
Crunchy from the apple and the granola, creamy from the yogurt, a little chewy from my raisins. So it has so many different things going on, different flavors, textures. How is it with the chocolate?
It's really good.
I
Like
bet.
the sweetness of the chocolate and the flavor with the apple.
And we did not have to turn on the oven to bake, right? It's so quick, so easy. No oven. I love it. I can eat all of it right now, but I think we should talk about what's going on next week. Or rather, who do we think won? Do we think I won today? So if we want to vote, did I win with my apple cookie or did Angelica win with her chocolate covered apple cookie? What do we think? So I'm going to launch a poll. If anybody wants to vote, who do we think won today? I think Angelica won because she got creative. She cut her apple differently, even though she did not have a tool for it, a little apple core. She used some chocolate that she had. So I think she won. Let's see. Does anybody want to vote? I think we have one more person that needs to vote. If I could vote, I would choose Angelica. All right, so it looks like we both won. High five. Yay.
Yeah.
We're both winners because we both have a delicious, quick and easy snack that we can make anytime in under 5 minutes. That took really no time at all. That was good. So
Yeah.
if you all make this again, make sure you take a photo of it, share it on your Instagram, tag us at Family Cook NYC, and tag the American Dairy Association, American Dairy NE, and use the hashtag FuelUpTBC so we can all see your incredible creations. And then, of course, you can follow me at Family Cook NYC if you want even more inspiration. And then next week, what do we have coming up? I can't wait for this one. I know I always say that, but really I can't wait for this one right here. So next Tuesday, May 24th, at the same time, 4:15 p.m., we are making very berry pancakes. So we are cooking with some berries and making a delicious breakfast of pancakes. So it's the same time, same place on Zoom. I hope you can all come to learn how to make these pancakes. And then if you have not already, don't forget that we have a cool new app out in the App Store. So next slide, please. So we have a cool app. So if you want even more cool info, fun facts, and chances to enter contests and win some awesome prizes, check out the Fuel Up to Play 60 Student Zone app. You can get it by scanning the QR code you see on your screen or searching for Fuel Up to Play 60 in the App Store. And it's totally free. It's available for both iPhone and Android. So check it out and have fun. I hope to see you all next week. Thank you, Angelica. I hope you had fun. You did so well. Thank you, Mary Mitchell. Thank you, everyone. How are the apple cookies, everyone? Good? Good. Thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye, Angelica. Bye, everyone.